So we've been working on a very interesting project that is targeting a metabolic pathway that is active in the immune cells in the blood and also in the brain. So in the blood you have immune cells that float around. You also have immune cells in the brain, so-called microglia. And these cells may contribute actually to the neurodegeneration and Alzheimer's disease. And what we are targeting right now is a metabolic pathway that is producing chemicals that may be bad for neurons. They are thought to contribute to the cell death that you find in Alzheimer's disease. So our approach was to block this pathway and prevent the generation of these bad drugs. And we actually did that using a new drug that my PI, Dr. Paul Machowski, developed. And we put that into a mouse model of Alzheimer's disease. And we saw beneficial effects in these mice because we were able to rescue memory, and we saw a decreased loss of synapses, the connections between neurons, and anxiety-related behavior was also improved in these mice. We also saw beneficial effects with the same drug in a mouse model of Huntington's disease. So we think that the abnormal upregulation of this pathway, the so-called kynurenine pathway, is a common denominator in neurodegeneration, and that our drug that we are now using is able to prevent the production of these bad metabolites in several diseases of neurodegeneration, such as Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is the leading neurodegenerative disorder. Right now we have millions of patients that are already suffering from Alzheimer's disease, and the older our society gets, the more of Alzheimer's patients we will get in the next decades. So if we don't find a drug that helps prevent Alzheimer's disease, or at least slow the onset or delay the onset of the disease, then we will have a big problem in the next couple of years. And so far we don't have any drug that really prevents Alzheimer's disease or cures Alzheimer's disease. We have a few drugs that merely modify the disease and alleviate the symptoms a little bit, but we haven't really found anything very potent. So it's very important right now that we get funding for our research, that projects like I was just talking about are supported, and that we have enough money to conduct all these very important experiments.